Should I be talking about this? It doesn't matter. It's in the past, and we've got to learn from the past if we don't want to repeat it. Where to start? A little background on the protocols back then should suffice. Alright. Many, many years ago, dust and its nature was still very much unknown. We were aware that it was possible to fuse dust directly into one's own body, but it wasn't efficient enough to fully replace weaponry, and over long periods of time, it became taxing to the user. The human and faunus body automatically shuts down when someone fuses with too much dust. There were mandates from the kingdoms on this practice, and pretty much the government was the only entity allowed to do extensive research into this field. But that didn't stop people. Deep in the deserts of Vacuo, a group of private scientists separate and unknown to the government began conducting an illegal human modification project called the Aesir Project. The woman who headed this project was a former Atlas politician. Former as in she proposed this project to the Atlas High Council and was exiled for it. People selected for the Aesir Project to become Aesir are chosen because of a specific type of semblance: absorption. That means the user can absorb an energy source, whether it's kinetic energy, electric energy, or another person's aura, whatever. The Aesir Project used people with absorption semblances. In the beginning months, they had conducted experiments on these people. Horrible things like injecting their body with inhibitor drugs to bypass their automatic shutdown reflexes and then fusing them with as much dust as possible. Sometimes they injected dust powder into the subjects' bodies just to see what would happen. The results were... God, I hope your imagination isn't very vivid, because I don't want to say what happened, and I'm sure you wouldn't be able to stomach it either. Anyway, they eventually got to the point that their subjects could actually survive the following experiments. They began merging dust directly with the subject's bones. This was because dust would not bond with mature blood cells, but it would bond with blood cells still in formation inside of the bone marrow. Or at least that's how I understand it. The most noticeable side effect of the experimentation was that a subject's aging process and metabolism was changed significantly. Their bodies grow half as fast as a normal human's, and they became drastically more sensitive to cold temperatures. The result of their more successful tests were the Aesir, people who could absorb energy straight from dust crystals, store that energy in their own bodies, and then project them outward. If it wasn't released over a long period of time, the dust energy inside them would react with their aura, burn it away, and build up exponentially until it erupts out violently. They learned this the hard way. The scientists didn't care how many people they lost, though. They just learned and became more careful when testing out the successful subject's abilities. That's what the real nature of the Aesir Project was. Its goal was to create a fighter that could gradually amplify the power of dust that is absorbed in the body. You see, they wanted to create a perfect super soldier, capable of weaponizing pure dust without guns or machinery. These soldiers were to be an insurance plan in case another great war broke out. This was happening just in the wake of the Faunus Rights Revolution, mind you. People were scared paranoid, I mean. The Great War was terrible for the people left undefended in the kingdoms. No one was protecting them from the Grim. Can you imagine a second one? They only ever got to a stage of testing where Aesir could project lightning fields, though. At some point, one subject went berserk. This wasn't within their calculations. Yeah, she did happen to suffer from manic depressive disorder, but for some reason they didn't think that would have an effect on the dust energy she absorbed. It did. This subject was earmarked for euthanasia, and unfortunately she found out. In her panic, the fallout from her uncontrolled dust energy destroyed the laboratory and killed the researchers who ran the facility and every test subject besides her. Nothing remained of the people involved in the Aesir project in Vacuo. And since they built their facility in uncharted desert, no one ever found the ruins of the laboratory. Supposedly, nobody survived. Supposedly.